Go ahead and play another game, I guess. Couldn't hurt it. Statistics. We're... Let's see. Leading the nation plays. Leading the nation in passing yards. Somehow Madison has 300 yards on the ground. That seems impressive because... Or the... I guess, what is that, Wisconsin? Interesting. 65 penalty yards, leading the nation there. And in sacks, and in picks, and in touchdowns. We're just too good. Yeah. I agree, Hybrid. It shows a little bit of potential, but it's fallen short on a lot of stuff. For sure. We'll give another chance here against the Winston-Salem Demolition, just to see if maybe I can figure out how to play a little bit better, but then probably play some NCAA. And we get to play in Eugene on this game. #1 team in the nation. But only a 74 overall. I do think that maybe their overalls are better, but we'll see. I think 99 overall team should be hard as hell to get. Should realistically almost never lose. Got game sound now. Yeah. Ooh, I like these home jerseys for the fake Ducks. Oh, will we win the toss? They won, and it looks like we're gonna have to kick off first. They're scared. #1 team in the nation. Good old Ducks. Tuscaloosa's got nothing on us. Get out onto the field, and it's a nice night or a day game. This doesn't look anything like Autzen Stadium, but I guess it's not. And the stands are full of neither of our team colors. Seen a lot of blue. See what we can do with this kickoff. A 3-mile-an-hour winds. This one's gonna be a little bit more interesting because it's not a straight crosswind like it was last time. We might be able to carry this into the end zone, and oof, that's a boot this time. Almost out of the back of the end zone, so not going to allow them to return and see what kind of defense we can bring out. We did switch our quarterback this week. And yeah, the ESPN branding does make it nice. Ooh, good defense. Might have been able to get called for pass interference there. But that guy, I thought he was wide open, and if we miss that tackle, probably goes for 6. It's yeah, it's impressive how much some of the smaller things can add up. I like running the safety here, to be honest. I feel like I can actually use the safety in this game compared to NCAA. We've got a 3rd and 10, so just gotta watch that first down line. We're probably gonna run or pitch it or something in the backfield. The quarterback's gonna keep it, and he's gonna get almost nothing. 3 yards, 4th and 7. I mean, to be fair, this is the #1 team in the nation. And, like, I didn't even notice the font that's being used on our jerseys is absolutely atrocious. Like, it makes me sad. Landgraf will get a decent return there. See if we can put this one on the ground. We want. What's gonna work out? The blast up the middle. Oh my, let's just look at the font on our jerseys. It's meme worthy. Could you imagine if the Ducks came out wearing something like that? It's like the comic book font. That's not Comic Sans, but the other one. It's impressive. We're gonna go immediately and just try to throw a gun spread rocket shot. We got a new quarterback in the pocket. I think this is supposed to be the Justin Herbert wannabe. And we'll see if we can hit Bachman. Oh, or if we'll just take a big sack. That was rough. That was really rough. We're going to go straight back to it because they won't expect it. It's really hard for me to figure out who I'm supposed to be throwing it to. Just because it's PlayStation controller. It seems like they've got a solid defense, but they can't stop Bachman. He's right back in it. Oh, I thought he was going to do a Fortnite dance there. That's the only thing that can make this game better if he started flossing right there. Yeah, gameplay, it's not great. But it is college football. A new college football game in 2019. I don't even know if Bachman's the fastest player. He just happened to be the guy that we chose to be the messiah of this team. And look at that. A loss of yardage. We lose a yard rushing and then just throw the bomb through the air. #1 team in the nation, Eugene Summit, is up 7-0 early in this one. The default for quarter length in this was 15 minutes. I can't imagine what the score would be if we played 15-minute quarters. It would be almost painful. Boot that one away. Oh, it bounces into the end zone. And he's going to pick it up. Oh, it's too bad it wasn't a muff and we didn't get a free safety there, but we'll take what we can get. Actually, just hit a chord. I don't think it's one that's integral to anything. It's a chord nonetheless. And we'll see if the defense can continue to hold up. That's why you don't run in this game. Oh, man. 2nd and 15. They got to be throwing it here. The question is, can we get pressure on the quarterback? Oh, he's got a guy wide open. Can we catch up to him? Oh, no. They have a Bollock. So it's Bachman and Bollock. Just doing work. It's very rough. And oh yeah, 22-22, it'll be like incredible. Hopefully they make enough from this one to fund the rest. Oh man, that was bad defense for me as the safety. 7-all, or the Summit on upset alert possibly. Certainly not the craziest idea that we could be in trouble here. See what we can do with a nice kick return here, I guess. 7-all. I don't want to just throw bombs. I would like to figure out a couple other ways to play. See if we can figure out how to run properly. But if that's what it takes to win, that's what it takes to win. I'm gonna assume this is A. Baylor, is how you would say that. But it's not a great game, as Landgraf has a good return there. Not enough speed to get all the way through. But a decent look nonetheless. I would say, yeah, as we've been saying for pretty much everybody that comes in, it shows a little bit of potential. but it's just not quite there. So far obviously I've only done it for like two weeks in game, but the recruiting seems to be a good improvement, or something that I think I could enjoy. But the gameplay itself is not quite there, and the menus are just a little bit off. Not really sure what to run here. Try a halfback dive, I guess. See if we can pick something good up. The running game is far from stellar, no matter what. It'll be 7-all. What is it? Third and 13. I should probably go to the air. We're gonna choose a different play than our gun shot or gun spread rocket shot, just to be fair to everybody else. Although this could, oh fuck, we're gonna take a delay game. Not that it really matters. I don't think that 5 yards is gonna be the biggest deal, because this is probably either gonna be a touchdown or nothing. I get to these quicker. There is a very good chance, I think, on this play. I can find the one that we were just about to run. Dagger yank. There is a good chance that instead of square coming open, it's X. It's essentially the same route. And it's going to be X or O. We just have to make the right call early, and they bring a lot of pressure, but they're going to get called for roughing the passer, so free first down for us. Oh, it's great. Oh, gosh, I am so bad today with names. Jay Muley. It's if you've got a spare $30 and you don't have any high expectations, you might be able to find some fun with this. But I would not, that's exact. I would not get this game with the expectation that it's going to be well polished or have a lot of replayability. Gun spread slot wheels here on 2nd and 9. You've had interesting passing here, and yeah, I agree with what Hybrid says. If you don't have NCAA 14, you want a college football game, that is going to be the better one. We get him stuck with a roughing the passer again. Oh, that could be a problem. But yeah, if you want an NCAA football game, NCAA 14 is still the gold standard right now. Give this one to our fullback, Kovacs, and there's going to be one of the best runs that you see from me at this point all game with our beautiful uniforms. He's pissed off about getting 5 yards. That's like one of the best things that we've seen. So we'll try the stack now. Since they keep giving us free first downs with their roughing the passers, we'll see what we can do. Poor Torf. Oh, man. You know, we moved him in motion and got a nice snap there. And we even got the pitch off, which is dangerous. We couldn't go for anything beyond that. We haven't tried any interesting pass calls. That's because it feels like it's going to be deep bombs or nothing. They've got an interesting safety presence. We're going to bring this guy in motion, as I think we're supposed to. Get it snapped, and I just got to get rid of that one. Oh, Genoza comes down with it, and they get called for another roughing the passer. So if you're able to just get rid of the ball right before they hit you, it seems like you might get free yardage. Because that's, what, 3 or 4 roughing the passers on just this one drive alone. I think I've found a slight problem, is we're going to try a pitch which is incredibly dangerous, and it, typical run fashion, is going to lose 5 yards. So I'm sacrificing my quarterback's body for seemingly free 15-yard plays. Curious to know if my ex is streaking downfield or what the case is I'm just gonna, well, unfortunately dump that one off on kind of what maybe an attempted screen, and it didn't work. I'm curious to know. I think we saw that there are injuries. Curious to know how bad some of my guys can get drilled. I'm gonna go back to the slot wheels, and if we have time to get the play off, we're gonna see if somebody's open. Oh, there it is. That's got to be a catch, right? La Rosa. Oh, that was a nice play, diving into the end zone, and then he's just gonna lay there. Said to the photographer out the back, paint me like one of your French girls, and now he's gonna celebrate. Nobody on the team wants to come celebrate with him. And oh, what are you doing? I really hope we can't get called for a penalty there, because you just spiked the damn ball. You get lucky. That was definitely the longest drive that we've seen in this game by a mile, maybe 2. Extra point's good. We're gonna be up 14-7 at the end. That was the last play of the first quarter. It's a good quarter for us. Look how long that drive is. Couple penalties moving us around, a lot of lost yardage, and then a long bomb for the touchdown. Let's see if we can kick this one pretty deep. Just deep enough so that they have a bad return, maybe, because it doesn't seem like the blocking on the kickoffs is fantastic. We put it in a good spot, might be able to just bury them with field position. Hit it up in the air. Ooh, I don't know. This will be interesting. We do have the wind coming against us, so there's a chance that this doesn't go very far at all, because the wind seems to be, even at 3 miles an hour, seems to be pretty damn brutal. Luckily, they just run out of bounds. Maybe another problem with the AI. They don't seem to want to get hit on kickoffs. Probably a run here on this first down. And yep, of course it's going to lose 3 yards. Man, this Summit defense is something else, huh? Sure, we gave up a long bomb touchdown, but general, seeming like they might be a little unstoppable. Maybe we have to try a play action. Listen, just because we're #1 in the nation doesn't mean that, and we have like elite facilities, doesn't mean anything is truly elite. Just gonna play this safe to prevent a long bomb and let them run out of bounds. They did complete the pass, but didn't get a whole lot out of it, so it's 4th and 15, and they're gonna be kicking it away. This will be I feel like a relatively deep kick. Bring Carlton back as an extra blocker. Can have a chance. The punt blocking on the return is also just like absolute garbage. Seems like every single time the gunner has been right there ready to make the hit. Curious to know what would happen if we get all 5 stars though on the team. I guess I'm just going to start going through the running playbook. There's only 8 pages, so not a huge amount of runs. Maybe 32 of them. Just see if there's any that feel better than other ones, and that one wasn't great, for sure. And yeah, the sound design is tough. Or not great. I think stadium sounds could be a lot better. There's no menu sounds or like outside of game. Like when we're looking at our team, there's nothing. Like the main menu, I didn't think had any sound. And the stadium feels kind of bland. 3rd and 17, we're gonna just get popped again as we try to give it to the fullback. So first 3 plays there, were absolutely worthless. And we'll punt it away. I'm going to punt this to the right a little bit. I'm pretty sure with the punt mechanic, that's going to be a nice one. It's going to bounce inside the 25. Pretty sure kicking, you just trying to flick the stick as fast back and forth as you can to get full power. I didn't even notice that. See if we can get Hazard in here if they're going to pass. He was having success. Oh, they went for a run. That's always a mistake, it seems like. Carlton comes up and makes the pop. If they go to the air, there's a good chance we can sack this quarterback just by running around the offensive line. Like that big clap animation. Oh, we got stuck on him. They're going to have a man wide open. Diving tackle one doesn't work, and wow, big first down. I'm surprised it's not a touchdown, though. You don't see a whole lot of long bombs that don't go for 6. And I'm impressed with the offensive linemen there being able to stop me. If I get out a little bit wider. Single-handedly swallowed up the option on that one. We're going to lose 7. Maybe we can knock him out of field goal range. They're all right. If you watch the defensive lineman, though, when we get stuck together, he just is, like, churning his legs, and it looks like he's just stuck running in place. I'll do it here if I can. Like, right there, I'm being blocked, but we're just running into each other the whole time. So it seems like AI on AI is solid, but like user on AI right there didn't seem great to me. They're probably gonna run it here for some reason on okay, on 3rd and 13, but they managed to get a yard and that's it. I was expecting them to get a lot more than that once he didn't go down immediately. I don't know why this guy is back to return, but I guess we'll give it the option if somehow they really short it. But no, he played the wind right. They've got the field goal, and with just over 3 minutes left in the half, we're going to have a 4-point lead getting the ball here. You can see there's that consistent glitch where in between possession changes, it just shows like the blacked out stadium. The scoreboard, or the big video board in the back just says D. Maybe it's supposed to say more, or it says something and I just can't read it, but sending messages there. See what we can do on this return with Landgraf. Ooh, man, the blocking, it doesn't hold up for very long at all. We got to about the 25 on that one, so that's good news, but that was rough. Run the final play, running play of this one. Oh man, it's rough. It is real rough. The running, that's pretty consistent. I think my furthest run has been 9 yards. So they're gonna call a timeout there. The passing, we could show you probably pretty easily. You can just throw long bomb pretty easily. This play over. I'm almost going to guarantee you that triangle, well, maybe not with a safety. If there's no safety and you throw a deep route, you're almost always guaranteed to be wide open. This just might be picked off. Oh, man. But yeah, our first game, we threw the same play for 7 touchdowns. The recruiting is where I'm most interested. It was a great example. I'm curious to see if I can get that easy sack. Oh, yep, swallowed up a run. I feel like I barely even controlled that one, but we flew into the backfield and made them lose 5 yards pretty easily. It's about average for run plays in this game. When they go to the air, I have not had good user on passes yet. We've had a pick. It's a good sack from Hazard. We had a pick, but it was a CPU one, and it's kind of weird. Like you just completely stop. If you could take the recruiting from this and integrate it into NCAA 14, I think the game could be better because it's you've instead of points, you have a certain amount of time that you can spend on each recruit, or just in general per week. And you can, oh my gosh, I've never seen a spin move. you can decide to how hard you want to pitch somebody on something and what you're gonna pitch them on. And then how you react with them, it increases their interest instead of just pure points. I feel hybrid, like, depending on how much you care about your recruiting for your stream, because like for like the JUCO Dynasty and did they go for that on 4th down? The JUCO Dynasty and the Bus Dynasty, you kind of were required to do that one offline because that was super time consuming. But once you find your players, it's not. They're gonna defend this pretty well, I think. I'm gonna try to scramble for the first time, and then throw a completed pass. And it's a pass interference. Okay, that's only a 10-yard thing, but we'll decline because we completed the pass. Interesting that it's only 10 yards on the pass interference. We have a minute and 44 left in the half. Oh, this is a touchdown to circle or X, guaranteed, so long as I don't take a sack. Oh, or so long as X doesn't get caught up at the line, and this dude anime ran on us again. When they get the interceptions, they go for the anime run. How do I? This is rough. Watch, he's gonna pick it off, and then the ball gets stuck behind him, and he says he's gonna go raid Area 51 on that run, and it ends. I don't think I ever played NFL Blitz. Played some Street and that's Madden growing up, but nothing different. That's a good run from the quarterback. Quarterback keepers seem to be the best running plays. Mostly because you don't have to go through the process of dropping into the backfield and handing it off, which just takes so long. Because that was a gain of 6. If they just ran that every time, I'm pretty sure they would look A-okay. But here they're gonna pitch, and okay, that didn't go so poorly. They got the first down out of that. That was a broken tackle as well. That's the first broken tackle that we've seen. I'm curious if how much of this would be patchable for them just based on tweaking settings. Because obviously with a ton of people playing, they're going to know the problems if they don't know them already. And if it's something that's a simple patch, it could become better relatively quickly. But if it's something that requires a lot of work, I don't know how much change we'll see. That's, oh my gosh, wide open. And it's going to be a touchdown in the lead for Winston-Salem. Oh man, and he's memeing on us right now. 31 seconds in the half. There's a chance for us to score, especially with all our timeouts, but I'm not a fan of the defense there. Probably my fault since I was using the safety and had him nowhere near the backfield. But, you know, the defensive back is also to blame on that one. You absolutely just left him wide open. That, I will say, that graphic, while it fits for a sports game, it seems a little out of place in this. And Yeah, that is interesting. I might have to try to throw on a CPU to see how they play the game, and I mean, I can't imagine it'd be that much different because I basically am a bot. But oh my gosh, I can't figure out what the trick is on the kick returns yet. But we might have to do that. Set up a bot game between Tuscaloosa and somebody else. There, you can choose replays, but yeah, there's no instant replays. All right, let's see if maybe we can throw our own bomb, the one that we've been wanting to throw this whole time. They've got a safety, so I don't feel too confident it'll happen. Or, yeah, Bachman. They're not going to catch him. He's too fast. That's the play that we've now scored, I think, 9 touchdowns on in 2 games. Leading the nation for sure. He's going to win the Bachman Award, which is our replacement for the Heismans. Fairly certain there is no Heisman in this game, but we take the lead back. It took all of, what, 10 seconds to do it? And let's see, we're up. Yeah, we should probably just kick a extra point on these. There's an 81-yard touchdown pass. It's going that way. You actually kind of have to pay attention to the wind because so far we've only seen 3 miles an hour, but 3 miles an hour is enough to change the flight of the ball pretty significantly. In fact, if we just kick this one straight down the middle, then we can see how much it'll do. I'm pretty sure you can play every game, Sean, because it forced us to simulate through each game individually when we went from week 1 to week 2. And that wouldn't surprise me if that was what's happening. Let's see what the wind does here. We kicked it straight. It went real short and all the way over to the hash. They've got good field position. I mean, there's definitely it wouldn't surprise me if there's like invulnerability frames for the receiver right as they catch it, but Bachman is after that out like completely just outpacing the other guys, so it's not completely crazy. But it does kind of feel a little weird, a little laggy almost. That's the end of the half. Cool. We're going to get the ball to start the second. Score of 21-17. They have 2 first downs. We have 4. 6 passes out of 6 of 10 for 211 yards for us and 7 of 8 for 219. They've only had 1 incompletion. 11 rushing attempts for a loss of 24 and 13 for a loss of 14 for them. We're winning the net yardage game, though. So, good for us. CanuckPlay.com, by the way. I want to just, like, hear some interesting announcers or something. Maybe I should apply. Alright, this is our chance to put this game away. Up 4, getting the ball, we can make this 2 scores. We are number 1 in the nation, after all. That's not a great kick, out towards the 10. And... oh, we kind of broke a tackle there. I don't know if that was just some sort of weird animation stuff, but we basically ran through that tackle, got a few more yards, past the 25. I want to see a couple things. Let's try QB power. We're going to try a couple quarterback runs. Oh, that would be great. Oh, I accidentally juked when I got the ball, so that might have been my fault that lost a yard or 2. Got a QB sweep. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a chance here if we just take off with the quarterback. Oh, well, we had a chance, but we got stuck on our center. Oh man. 3rd and 13. It's difficult because I wish I could just pass for a first down and continue to run, but Like, all of our passes are either incomplete / interceptions or touchdowns. This man in motion. And oh my gosh, immediately sacked. We had enough time to do nothing, essentially. And I guess we'll just punt this one away. It's not a good drive. There was a little bit of potential, but not much. And with the wind at our back, I'm going to see if skying this one just takes it pretty deep. The wind is so strong. Oh, yeah, look at that punt. Oh, as I just completely whiffed. That's on brand. That was one hell of a punt, though. I'm curious if maybe I put it a little bit higher. Again, because the wind is just, it does so much. Change up our defense just a little bit. Bringing a man in motion. Shift over towards the left. It's probably going to be a run on first down. No, it's going to go to the air. Oh, they've got a guy. They had a guy going deep wide open. And instead they went with the short route. They get a catch. They essentially kind of break a tackle as much as you can in this game. And then pick up the first down across midfield. Winston-Salem's causing problems here for the Eugene Summit. Not a fan. We're going to be in pass protect for like the rest of this game because we've been getting passed on way too easily. It's not something I'm a fan of. What are my audible options? Will it allow me to audible? No. I love that it shows me the offensive like stuff. Like I know exactly when they motion and whatnot. Oh, they just bonked that one off his knees. This is great. Alright. Pass coverage. It doesn't seem like at least we've been getting destroyed on man. It seems like the zone is the weak point on defense to me. Guess this will be telling us they're going to go to the air. And... oh, I had a chance at a user pick, and I just couldn't do it properly. That's rough. Oh, they're going to take the lead. This is going to turn into a shootout, and they're going to go for it. I think they try to run here. Go short yardage and just destroy them. Blaster, halfback, key. See if we can't just end it. Ooh, they're gonna audible. I don't think I can audible, which is a problem. There's a lot of jumping around from the quarterback. Could be a pass. Hopefully, if it is a pass, we can get the sack. Whoa, double motion. And the delay of game. Oh, that's rough. That's very rough. Well, we're just gonna run a normal defense now. Oh, that's not what you want to see if you're the coach in that situation on your 2-point attempt. Oh, never mind. I gave it right back to him. That sucks. I was trying to jump it as perfectly as I could and just way too early apparently. We go over the line and they call it immediately. They're not very friendly. Put them right back where they were. And, oh, they went with the pitch. They almost got that. Quarterback got me. I thought it was going to be just an option, and I was going to force him into it, but at the very least, we forced the incompletion when it's a 2-point game with, how much time? 4:45 left in the third. I don't know if it's because of the way that the drives play out or what, but it feels like this game takes a lot longer on 7-minute quarters than a NCAA 14 game does. As this is a bit of a boot, but it'll be returnable. Question is, what can we do with it? Landgraf. Shop. about as good as we can get. His stamina is super low, so by the time he got to where everybody was, he was already out of stamina and slowed down significantly. But we're going to be starting at the 30. We can see if we can just continue to throw some more picks. That's what we obviously love to do. Throw to Mark. I'm not sure about Square in his abilities there. I'm liking Triangle, as I'm just gonna, oh gosh, I'm just gonna take a sack. The scramble doesn't work out nearly as well as I was hoping it to. And we're just gonna, you know, I'm gonna make them pay. If that's the way that they want to play, we'll just throw a deep ball. And life is life. I mean, how can I be upset right now? Playing college football. That's not who we wanted to throw to. I'm so surprised that that's caught. We have a 3rd and 9. I was thrown into quintuple coverage. Doesn't make any sense. Well, how are you doing, Zach? That's the real question. How was Disneyland? Or World, sorry. This is probably going to be a touchdown. Oh, that's actually... Okay. Wow. That was closer than I expected it to be. Thought they were going to pick that one off, to be honest. It's been a long time since I've been to a Disney, so the last time I went, I was too much of a scaredy cat to go on the Tower Terror sometime in, like, elementary school. Portoff! Oh, it's a running play for the ages! That was incredible! It is possible! Oh man, if only that was faster. 20 yards on the ground! Those was just the standard fullback dive. Oh, that was incredible. Let's try a quarterback dive. It is possible to run. Let's see if Lanson can do something here. Oh, back-to-back runs. Peatman, I mean. That's going to be a rushing touchdown. It's possible. You just have to go with dive plays that don't take a whole long time to set up. Let's go. Oh man, they can't do anything. Check this out. Check this out. They can't stop me. They can't stop me. Peatman, put it into the end zone. Oh, untouched. We figured it out. You just have to have a running quarterback. He's got his C hands going. He's throwing his C's up. 29-23, we're up 6 late in the 3rd. Dude, 3 carries for 50 yards on the ground? That's incredible. Absolutely incredible for how we have been playing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is it because of Classic? That's dangerous, man. There's a trap I was lucky to never fall into. Just gonna sky the crap out of this one. Oh, this is gonna be the worst kick ever. Oh man, that was rough. Yeah, not my type of game. I'm not much of a MMO guy. Something like, it's not, I don't have a problem with the grinding. So I've played a lot of games where I've grinded like unnecessarily long to do stuff, but just something about the MMO grind doesn't stick out to me. You saw that they put the ball on the ground because they think that they have a chance running against us. Little do they know. That out route seems to be open, but not for very much. Literally, they know we're the only team in the nation, besides like the fake Wisconsin, that knows how to run. Man, we got a couple college football games today. It's Friday. Yeah, game day tomorrow. Very exciting. They're gonna go to the air on 3rd and 11. Oh, they're gonna go with like the draw, and it's gonna go for nothing. They get back to the line of scrimmage, and I guess they'll be happy about that. It was an interesting decision make. Fucking words, man. Interesting decision to make, but it's the one that they chose. And let's see, maybe we can get some sort of return. Oh no. Oh, Landgraf. Okay, a couple yards on any return is like all that I can ask for right now. Let's go ahead and I'm just gonna see if it was a fluke. We're gonna go with the QB dive right up the middle to start this drive off. Peatman, yeah, see, 5 yards there. Okay, let's go back to the halfback dive. That halfback dive that went for 20 yards, I will say, we were very close to getting hit in the backfield on it. So it's probably not the safest thing, but it did go for something. And yeah, it was just a little slow, and that time I kind of ran at the guy, so maybe my fault. Does that give us a 3rd and 10? 3rd and 8. Okay. 1:50 left in the 3rd quarter. I would love to just continue to burn clock. Flip the plays, and we're going to run ourselves a little gun spread rocket shot. They don't really have a safety deep. Oh, underthrew our man. He was wide open. Just didn't have the strength to get it there. Quarterback's sad about it, although he's giving it a weird little hand clipping clap. And we're at the 34, so I guess we'll just punt it away.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
We should be able to get a lot of distance on this. I'm gonna send it out towards this side. It's real high. Let the wind just take control of it, and see how deep we can pin them. Oh, it's gonna bounce into the end zone. But that was one hell of a boot. The wind has so much effect. It's kind of incredible. It's like they've figured out that you can just run the QB dive or something. They go with the halfback dive. We're gonna lose 5 yards. Well, okay, so we've got one rushing touchdown, and maybe that's all that we need to feel satisfied. Okay, they're gonna go to the air. Ooh, guys open all over the place. 3rd and 17 though. This defense is stout. For the most part. I mean, we have given up 23 points on some pretty big plays, but you know what I mean. We're going to use their hazard here and try to get a sack. They try to go deep. Or it looks like it could just be a run. Wouldn't surprise me. They're going to pitch. But, yeah. Doesn't go for a whole lot. 4th and 15. It was a gain of 3 or 2. But that seems to be it. Am I getting... How am I getting emails for that? That's pissing me off. Let's see what we can do on this return. If we can even get a return. As kind of what Hybrid was talking about earlier, there's a little bit of lag between when he caught it and when he started running. I'm curious if that's the same thing as what happens when you're taking off after catching a ball. Garbage. End of the 3rd quarter. Cool. Let's be running the football here in the 4th. Try to get away with a win. Started with a quarterback dive. See if we can get lucky and maybe take one to the house. They've got deep safeties. Trying to be safe. Peatman. he's gonna lay his body on the line to get there, but it seems like we are in a spot where we could find success with the run. Try the fullback dive this time around. I've had more success with the fullback dive than I have with the halfback dive, and we'll give it to Kurix and see what he can do. Or sorry, Kovacs. And we got stuck on a blocker for a little bit there, but still got forward for, what was that, maybe 10 yards and a first down? 9. Gonna keep running as much as we can. Keep the clock moving. No, it should be moving right now, so the rules aren't perfect. And we'll just hope for the best. Can't get towards the edge. Was hoping to maybe get around the corner, but we're too slow. One of the reasons why we're recruiting some fast 5-star guys. And on 2nd and 13, we're just going to let Peatman take it up the middle and see if he can get some positive yards for us. Does. Gets us back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. Clock still moving. From midfield. This could be 4-down territory. I'm thinking I might run a fullback dive here. We're in bird clock, of course. But it kind of seems, since it doesn't seem like you can audible from the defense, it might be a good idea to be audibling into different plays, since they can't adjust after you come out with your formation. Try to burn off some clock. We got 5.5 minutes to go. I guess I ran a fullback or a halfback dive when I wanted to give it to the fullback, so dude, we're lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. But 4th and 10, I'm gonna huck one up there for the best. See if Bachman can maybe get open. The safety's a little ways away. I'm gonna entirely depend on what he does. If I have time to throw, it looks like Bachman might be open. Oh, pass was thrown to a weird spot. Did we get that catch? Yeah, we did, but because of the roughing the passer, they immediately cut away. Oh, man. Well, we're inside the red zone, and we're going to have the opportunity to move the clock a little bit more. Let's try Magnum. That should be a decent play. What's the uh-oh for, Zach? I don't know if that's how that play was supposed to work. But the defensive end was in the backfield immediately. And right now, honestly, I'm just going to keep running it because I think we should be in field goal range. At least it'll give me an opportunity to try the field goal. And that'll put us up a full touchdown plus. 9-point lead would be pretty solid. 4.5 minutes to go. We're going to give this to Kovacs, and he'll lose 6 yards, or 7 yards. Man, slow developing running plays just do not work. But on 3rd and 16, we're going to try the split halfback dive and hope that we can give it to, I think that might be Kovacs again. And he's able to get to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He actually technically lost a yard. So I just, we had a little bit of luck running the football, but that seems to be it. 3-mile-an-hour wind coming at us to the left. This is a long field goal, 42-yarder. See if that's enough. They didn't call it good? Ooh. It bounced off the upright. It went in. That was a field goal. I got screwed by the refs. It literally bounced up and in. Oh, come on. You gotta be kidding me that they don't count that. If we lose now, I'm gonna be just, oh, I'm gonna die. I need that clipped, I think. That is maybe the first thing that I've ever need to actually see, since replays are so hard to come by. This game, it didn't give me the opportunity. That's ridiculous. He's going to be open. Quarterback all day to throw, but he eventually gets sacked. That's a coverage sack for sure. And look how excited he is. I don't blame him. You've called a timeout. That's good news for us. Start burning your timeouts, Winston-Salem. Allow us to have a chance here. Just can't give up a deep bomb. 3rd and 14. I'm pretty sure they'll punt it away. We haven't seen them really go for it on 4th. And so that's maybe not the greatest decision making. Throwing it in that spot on your 3rd and long. They've got a 4th and 10. They're going to call a timeout. Question is, do they go for it? And the answer is yes, they are. You're going to throw it out and for the best, I guess. Didn't decide to take a timeout on that one. They've got a man deep. Oh, they've got that guy as well, but... Oh, I just whiffed. Why am I so bad at, like... At least we know that's consistent from game to game, is that I just can't use or anything. We just gave up the 4th and 10 conversion. Disappointing. At least we know they're not too smart, because they're going to run the football there, and unless they take their final timeout, yeah, clock's was going to be moving, but now they have none left, and they've got a decent ways to go. Let's try user and hazard here and see if we can get a sack if they do try to go to the air. Oh, it's an option. Oh, quarterback taken off. Oh no, Langfit. I didn't really have to do much to tackle him, but that's rough. Oh, this game would feel a whole lot different if that field goal would have counted. I'm feeling absolutely screwed over by the fact that my field goal clanked off the crossbar and over, but isn't counted. Interesting. No, not gonna bring some pressure. Gonna try to get back to this guy. They're gonna throw deep. Oh, unable to pick that off. If the wide receiver doesn't stop running there, good chance maybe they score a touchdown, but quarterback was heaving it towards the back corner of the end zone and didn't quite get it there, but still, it was dangerous. Our coverage is not great. We get pressure. We do. It's a sack. Oh, that was 3rd and 8, so they're going to have a 4th and long to try to convert, to stay alive. 1 minute and 42, no timeouts. They're forced to go for it. They score here. We're going to, it's the fixes in. Hazard. Can't get to him, but there it is. Quarterback tried to scramble as he felt the pressure immediately. And we will hit him just beyond the line of scrimmage to give us the ball. No timeouts left. I'll probably just try to run the clock out. Escape with our 6-point win. It should be 9 points right now, but Tigers can't be choosers. And I think that was what the defensive end just came in and tackled both the running back and the quarterback. He's having a hard time with something inside his shoulder. Try another fullback dive. Kovac. There you go. Positive 2 yards. It's a great running play for us. I should probably let the clock burn a little bit more. We've got 30-second play clock on this, so can't be too risky. Let it make sure that it gets below 30 seconds. Burn out the clock a little bit. Hey, who can I put in motion? Oh, interesting. Don't really know what that's gonna do for me. And Pittman with a decent run. Tiger, this game has been lasting forever. I'll have to go back and find the highlight it We kicked a field goal. The wind was coming against us, and it was a long, like, 42-yarder. And it was going, it was really close. It bounced off the upright, up and over. It was good, and they didn't call it as a field goal completed for us, which really hurts. 8 first downs to 5. We went 9 of 14 for 273 yards. They had only 3 incompletions. And look at that. We had 29 carries. We had positive yards. We had a 20-yard rushing touchdown or something like that. Didn't think I would ever see it, but the quarterback put the team on his back and then did it again to get the extra point. Not sure who Central Texas is supposed to be. Maybe it's Texas A&M. If this is based off of real stuff. But I don't know, because we know that Western Carolina is supposed to be Clemson, so I'm curious if this is supposed to be Clemson A&M. Anyways, go ahead and sim through the rest of the week so that we can see how the recruiting goes, and maybe if we can start to pull a bunch of visits in and grab a bunch of 5-star recruits. While we're simming through that, I can see, maybe pop this back on and look at some other stuff. A lot of people playing the game right now. This isn't loud. Interesting. Very interesting. Gosh, we have to sit through all 62 games individually. That might be a bit of a mark against the game. Very interesting game there. What games do we have today? Who's playing? I think there's some Power 5 schools, right? Oh, Duke, Virginia Tech. They've already started. They're halfway through the first quarter. Scoreless, of course. Oh, and Penn State, Maryland. That's some football. And of course, you can't forget about, what's that today? Oh, cool. Yeah, Arizona State and Cal. That'll be an interesting game. I don't know how that one will go. We assume that Penn State should win, and I would probably guess that Virginia Tech beats Duke, but not something that I feel too confident thinking about. Let's see, what's this do? Ooh, they're processing recruitment calls. I'm curious to see if we're in the lead with any of the guys that we've been actively recruiting. Be pretty interesting. Saving. We're almost there. We get to play San Jose. The San Jose Academics. That's one hell of a name. Anything interesting? So people lose. Tuscaloosa, so Bama, lost their punter for 3 games. That sucks. Oh, interesting. Someone was declared ineligible for recruitment due to discipline reasons. A couple of them. There was a suspension for discipline reasons, failing academic requirements. I was not aware that that was something that was even possible. These guys. News and events. We don't have any news, thankfully. News is probably a bad thing, right? Nothing there that we need to worry about. Go do some more recruiting. I think that we should be able to pull in a couple 5-star guys. Ugh. I don't know if that's just showing the top guys or the top guys that we're up against. But we're just gonna look at our 5-stars again. Darius Reagan. We'll give him a call. We already know he likes the campus atmosphere, so we're gonna talk to him about it again. And I don't think that we can. I'm gonna try to see if we can talk to him about something else. But it doesn't seem like that's worked recently. Let's try that. Well, he says he doesn't want to do anything, but it also isn't negatively affecting us. So we've got ourselves pretty close. Actually, we can offer him a scholarship because we have not offered this #1 player scholarship. Oh, apparently we hung up on him. Oh, that sucks. Most of these guys we have offered. We wanted... This is where we were selling. Let's see, what's our... Let's try to influence interest here. Nice, so we get that up to an excellent. Okay, and now we can hard sell him, and it probably should work. No, he doesn't. He doesn't want us to sell him on something that we just told him to care more about. Interesting. Man, I'm upset that I couldn't offer that scholarship to Reagan. Although I'm pretty sure we are right up there in the lead for that guy. Carson's. Some of these guys have got to be awfully close to really liking us, right? Hard sell there. It might be worth it, honestly, to try and... Some of these guys you can do a little bit of influencing in between. Interesting to know. Kyle Malik Bukoj. He kind of likes us. Got a very good there. This is where we'll hard sell. It's just going to be a couple weeks before some of these guys are, you know, really on our side. Did not mean to go all the way to the Dynasty or the recruiting screen. We might sim through the next game just because I want to see how the recruiting works better. I just don't know how this sim would go. I'm a little bit worried, to be honest. This guy is a B+ athlete. Let's give him a call. He really likes the campus atmosphere. And we have him right on the verge of being ready for a visit. That's good news for us. And you know what? I don't think it hurts to try and hard sell twice. Because it's not taking us down at all if we do that. We'll just see. Maybe one guy allows us to sell him twice in a week. We look at where all these guys are, pretty low for the top teams there on his, and we're pretty good. Excellent, very good, excellent, excellent. Media spotlight. Hey kid, do you like it? Yes, not enough for us to get you to visit this week, though. I think you try to get the visit as soon as possible. I don't think there's a timing aspect at all, which maybe could use a little bit. That's NCAA does that really well, where you have to figure out where you want a kid to, or when you want a kid to visit. And this guy just doesn't like where we're good. He's extremely low on all of our stuff. Give him a chance. He really cares about consistency of success. So instead of, since we're extremely low on the stuff that he since the stuff that he cares about that we're good at is extremely low, we'll just conform to him and maybe take the hit, but be able to send him up higher quicker. Gotta be almost out of time. No, 5 hours, 15 minutes. That's plenty. This guy, he cares about the media spotlight, so we're gonna hard sell and then maybe try to soft sell. But yeah, it seems like you can only sell once per week, no matter if it's hard or soft. But we'll just try to stick with what we can get to work and try to pull in a couple guys. One of these guys was really on. Yeah, this guy's very into us, which is I'm liking that. Let's try to hard sell him and then influence him. I would like it if his campus atmosphere interest was excellent. But it looks like we might be getting the number 11 player in the nation, this defensive lineman, Naquan Bergman. And the loading times could use a little bit of work, I think. 2 more guys, and then we can pay attention to a couple other players, it seems like. Excellent. Elite training facilities are what he's interested in. Pop that up. Since we're here, let's just look at a few other things. Hang up the phone. Oh, wait, no, not yet. There we go. See, we just upped his interest on campus atmosphere from very good to excellent, so something that matches well. Colton? I'm not sure how I feel about the game. Actually, getting close to being able to form a good opinion. I think that the recruiting, what we're doing now, is interesting. I don't know if it's great for on stream, but just in general, in terms of gameplay, it feels solid, in depth enough. Maybe it could be a little bit more difficult because right now it just kind of seems like we're going through the same process with every player. The gameplay is not great. Compared to last year's version of this game, the gameplay looks incredible and plays pretty well, but like running the football is almost impossible. We've had a couple good runs. Throwing long bombs is way too easy. I think I have to sneeze. No, we survived. The sound design isn't great. There's like, I have to play music right now because there's just no sound in the menus. So a lot of stuff that could be better. Let's take a look at this guy's stuff. There we go. He likes training facilities, so we're going to sell him on our excellent training facilities. See if we can't get Jerome Tapia to hang out with us. But like, I don't know. The offensive line is just straight up garbage. But if they can continue to make improvements at the same rate as they did from last year to this year, they're gonna, a couple years from now, if they stick with it and don't get a ton of hate and backlash for it not being an incredible game right away, I think it's got a lot of potential. Yeah, we've had that. I've seen maybe 5 pitches, and that happened on 3 of them. So the pitching is not great. It just takes like 500,000 light years, which I understand as a unit of distance, but for the sake of this, it takes a super long time for handoffs to happen. So if you can find a play with a quick handoff, that's going to be the one that most likely you'll see working well with the run. And for us, that's like the quarterback dive, because there's no handoff on the quarterback dive, and the fullback dive is quick. The passing, I've only had a couple successful short passes. It's basically long bomb or nothing if you're trying to be safe. Usering, going for interceptions is weird to me, just because when you hit the button to go up and try to intercept it, you just lose all your momentum. So you have to be in the spot and you press the button, and that screwed me up a couple times. And then just like the juke is incredibly slow, I think, so it feels almost worthless. And I don't know, the defensive line, maybe it's too good. I'm curious to know whether or not some of the stuff is easily tweakable with a patch, because there's plenty of stuff that seems like it could be tweaked pretty easily and may quickly turn the game into a much better version of what it is right now. Hard sell this guy and send him a scholarship offer. Gonna grab some decent players. It seems like, unless some of the stuff that I'm dealing with is weird right now, it seems like we might be able to get a lot of 5 stars. At least we'll be in a close battle with the top teams. We are numbered 1 in the nation right now, which seems like it might make it a little too easy. We want the best O-line that we can get. We're gonna be going real hard on trying to get some solid guys. Excellent. Let's unlock that. We're done for the week on our recruiting. We've done all 10 hours of recruiting. It does certainly take a lot longer to go through the full 10 hours recruiting on this than it can. So it seems like this, you can either be really quick recruiting in NCAA 14 or really slow, especially depending on how your dynasty is working. So on stream, if you have a dynasty that's pretty straightforward, you're going to be able to get through recruiting a lot quicker and play more games, which I think typically is better for a stream. But as we check out our stats, leading the nation in a lot of spots. This recruiting seems like it's a little more consistent in your approach. Most penalty yards in the nation still, most sacks, most picks, of course, most touchdowns, all sorts of goodness. Like how with all the ties, if I just keep changing that, it'll keep going through everything. The team from Lubbock, it's got a lot of touchdowns. That's not too surprising.